Hello there, everyone. TheAndrata here, and welcome back to episode 43 of our Enigmatica 6 Expert Let's Play series, where today we are going shopping on Amadron. Let's get started. Welcome back, my friends, to another glorious day here in the world of TheAndrata Landia, where today I'm just working on getting us some more what is this called, crude oil. As you can see, we've pretty much almost cleared this whole thing out, so we're gonna end up having to move our fluid pump somewhere else, but we have plenty of oil deposits around here. That one looks to be fairly large. We have this one there too, so yeah, once this one ends up clearing out, we can go ahead and move it. Also found out we can tick accelerate it if we tick accelerate this section of it, which makes it go even faster, which you know me, and I love my tick accelerating. So yeah, we have more crude oil available to us because I've just been letting this crude oil run through in our refinery up here. I do want to point out a couple comments that I've received on last episode, just to go over a few things here. So first off, let's go ahead and set this down so that it's out of the way. Real quick, once one of these fills up, by the way, it will stop producing, so we're gonna have to pay attention to that. We need to get production going of all of the other stuff here soon, so that way we can do the thing that we need to do. But yeah, James in the comments pointed out that I am a dingus, and actually the red strip here is what outputs heat on our controller, or on our fuel wood heater here. So when I placed it facing the wrong way, that explains, well, why it didn't want to work. Did this retain data? It does. So let's break this one, put this one here, and then we'll break this one. So the red strip is what actually outputs the heat, and so when I had this set up facing, with the display facing the back, I actually had it facing the wrong way for the heat, so it wasn't working. And then if we do it like this, we don't need the heat pipe actually, because this is just going to output the heat directly into the machine, which means we can now clear or add another piece here, and then eventually once we get into the XNet portion of things, we'll be able to automatically pump out and clean up and do the things. And XNet is going to come for this process. I just need to get wireless power going so we can get some power over here at some point. So yeah, we got that going for us. So we got that fixed now. Fuel wood heater is going to go, and we'll be good to go here. And Redanosaurus mentioned that the fuel wood heater is kind of sort of overkill for our setup right now. We don't need this much power or this much heat. If we got a vortex tube and we were just pumping regular power out of this from the vortex tube into it, we would be perfectly fine for our crude oil processing. We don't necessarily need all of this going on. Same thing applies for our heat frame here. Eventually, this blue ice is going to lose all of its heat, right? The blue ice is going to convert into regular ice, and then it's going to melt, and it's going to lose all of its cool. I think I said heat before, but basically it's going to get too hot, and then it will melt, and then get water all over the place down here, which is going to be lovely, and we're going to have to switch over to something else. So Redanosaurus said that we should set up a vortex tube. We can put the hot side over here. We can put the heat frame and everything on the cold side here, and then it kind of kills two birds with one stone. We just got to give it some pressure, and we have one vortex tube that'll do both the cooling of the plastic and everything else. And when we get this down to sub-zero temperatures, it will actually convert one bucket into two plastic for us, so we can actually double our plastic. And that's what it means when it says that it can be more effective. Yeah, that's what more effective means, essentially. So vortex tubes are on our to-do list, I believe, or if they're not, they're going to get added. And then we'll talk about the other stuff that's on our to-do list here too. We have our charging station. I added that. We need to get into our Amadron tablet, which we can probably go ahead and honestly make this now. We should have everything. Oh, no redstone torches, apparently. Oop, what did I do? Excuse me. Red. What? Red. I don't know what button I just pressed, but I pressed a button and it was doing things that I did not like to see. I meant to do only 3 clicks, but I did 4. That's fine. We have plenty of materials for now, so we can we'll be okay. So let's get this GPS tool. Don't know what this does. I'm assuming it stores a coordinate in the world by right-clicking, using various things. Cool. And then we need to get this going. Remember, we have air canisters, but we do need more plastic, I believe. Yeah. plastic, because we only have 2. So I'm gonna have to bucket up some more and get that going. Maybe we should do the whole fluid encapsulator thing. Fluid encapsulator. And we can automate this with the fluid encapsulator. If I were to get all of this stuff, I think I just need the fluid cell frame. And remember, I made a bunch of extra gears of different types. But this is going to require power. And again, power is my issue over there. I could set up a Stirling dynamo like I did before. Excuse me, I sat up there. A Stirling dynamo to give this power, but it kind of seems like a little bit overkill just for this. I want to start diving into power and getting into these ender gates so we can start getting power better organized and everything. So that's why it's all on my to-do list here. So we're not going to worry about it. We'll manually bucket things for now. That's okay. But let's go ahead and get this vortex tube going. We should have no issues crafting this. And then all we need is pressure pipes. And that should finish off a quest, and maybe we'll get something good from it. I like heat sink. That's actually is pretty good. 6 heat pipes. We have 4. I could steal 2 heat pipes. I just transferred to home. I have heat pipes somewhere around here. I can take some heat pipes and get us back up to 6. I think I used one for crafting though, didn't I? Oh no, there's the other one. Okay. So we can grab this heat pipe and this heat pipe. Bam. That gets us the 6 for the quest. And we can just put them back where they belong, though we're going to end up moving this structure in a moment. But it finishes a quest, and I like quests. And that gets us 12 thermal lagging. I like that. Thermal lagging is not cheap. So then our next step is a heat frame. We have that. Let's just go ahead and take that. Then we're going to have to put it back because we're going to need to actually do the thing. And then heat frame. I'm going to have to bucket some of this plastic. And then that gets us a reinforced chest. Reinforced chests are pretty cool. They are shulker chests, essentially. Blast proof. Preserves its contents when broken, and if we put items inside of here and we break it, they stay inside, and then we can use it, and it gives you a little description of what is inside of it. The only caveat being that you have to actually place it in the world just like a shulker chest in order to access your items, but we can throw that in our inventory. Acts like our wooden storage crates here for when we go adventuring in things. Oh, by the way, I don't know if I mentioned this, but I made the other thermopneumatic processing plants that we're going to need to get to the 4 that we need for this crafting. So what I'm going to do is grab my buckets, and I'm just going to go ahead and Okay, quite a bit of plastic. If you weren't aware, you can accelerate your heat pipe and get plastic back, or well, get the plastic faster. So yeah, I like that. Can I get this other thing of plastic? I put plastic into here apparently. Move the fluid, take it, and there we go. Look, it quickly, and that one turned into 3 for whatever reason. I don't know, because I have it tick accelerated. We're dropping below 0 degrees on this because it's able to transfer faster. No idea, but that's what's happening. We're getting extra plastic out of it. So we got 15 total plastic from that, and I think I had 13 buckets in there, so we got a little bit extra. I'll take it. Not going to complain about it. And so we can go ahead and head back home, and we can go ahead and put this plastic away. These guys can go in here, and we can do the thing, which is, first off, collect this quest, dispenser upgrade. Ooh, oh man, I just put my plastic away. Remember, I needed to do this quest to do this quest, and I need to do that. So we're going to have to do that in a moment here, but that's okay. So we needed that to make the Amadron tablet. So we can go ahead and craft this guy up, and we're going to need to get a charging station because we're going to need to actually charge. Oh, quest complete, Amadron. That must be up here in our computer science. Yeah. And then medium machinery schematics. Apparently, we have to buy these with the engineer school project. So we are at the point where in order to move on past our tech, we need to work on this. So we're going to get all of these things done. The engineer's workbench was a quest. We need to pick that thing up. But we're getting pretty much done with the tech quests here, which means we're going to be diving back into magic fairly soon. Iron mechanical components, leaded concrete, and that's going to get us pity machine frames from industrial foregoing. And then we need to work on going this route as well. Okay, cool. We're getting there. Tech Chapter 2 is getting ready to be completed, and we still actually haven't even finished Tech Chapter, or Magic Chapter 1 fully, because we didn't ever set up the natural altar or got into occultism, but definitely on our to-do list very soon, very, very soon, especially the occultism part. So let's go ahead, pop back over there. We need to get a bucket of LPG, pick up another bucket of plastic, and then get ourselves our plastic sheets so we can start getting even more quest rewards because we like those. They're free real estate, and then we can continue. So let's go ahead and grab our buckets. Yes. Just going to grab 1 bucket of LPG for now. That's going to complete the quest. And then we can put the LPG into here along with a piece of coal, right? Turn into plastic. Yep. And then we get a plastic bucket. And we can go ahead and even cool that now if we wanted to. Oh, and that's going to make 10. Oh, okay. So we need to put more coal in there. I forgot that has a much higher rate of return, because it's 100 millibuckets to each bucket of plastic. That's actually pretty darn good. I'm not going to lie. That's not a recipe I was expecting to be like that. So if we take our vortex tube, we can go ahead and replace this. And with the vortex tube, we have to be very careful to make sure we place this correctly, okay? There are 2 sides to this. There's a hot side and a cold side, and that placed incorrectly. So we need to go ahead and rotate it. This also has a new texture, which is, I think this texture is fantastic. It also allows you to see which side is, you know, hot and cold much better. So this is currently sitting at 220 something degrees on this side, and then this side is 83 degrees Celsius. It is going to equalize here at some point. It's only this temperature because this is what it was out in the world. So we're going to go ahead and set up some pressure tubes on here. Hopefully I have. I swear I put pressure tubes in here. Apparently not. So let's go get those. Okay, we're back with the pressure tubes, so we can go ahead and hook this up. And what we want to do is remember, what's the golden rule when working with Enigmatica? Hook up your blocks before you hook up to your pressure. Hook up all of your connectors first. So what we're going to do is route this like so, and I don't believe you're going to output from there. It's going to output from the front or the top. So maybe I should just have that go straight across. I was trying to make it look nicer, but it's not something that's fairly easy to do. We could go underneath, I guess. Yeah, we could actually like go straight underneath, because we do have this whole area here. You know, I did build this structure that was intended for stuff like this. That's going to be you. Then we can go ahead and pop ourselves back up here. Cover it up. And hook it up. Okay, so obviously this is going to start sending pressure out, and it's going to start sending pressure into this guy. And you can already see our temperatures are like changed drastically. South temperature is currently sitting at 90 degrees, and this is sitting at negative 273 degrees Celsius. So like quite a bit. I wish there was a way to limit. I don't know. Maybe there is like a pressure limiter. What do you require to get that request for the reinforced? And then I have this and then this. That's a lot of quests, but we would need to create these logistics modules. And I might do that just because there's a lot of quests here of items that we have got, just that way we can get more rewards, because, you know, we like rewards. What is a smart chest? An advanced version of the reinforced chest featuring a larger inventory per slot item type and quantity filtering, ranged item collection, and the ability to push and pull items to and from nearby inventories. It's actually kind of cool. It's kind of like a magnet. Okay, so we got this reward. We got this reward. We need to pick up more plastic. And look, we got another omnidirectional hopper. We need more plastic, apparently, which is a good thing we're setting this up now. So we can go ahead and get rid of this, and I'll pick up that blue ice. But if we just take our chest and set our chest here, and then we get our heat frame and we attach it here, this should very quickly, look at that, it's already sub-zero, like negative 200 degrees Celsius. Bam. Now this is going to use up some of our fluid because it's going to have to keep using pressure to keep this thing at its correct temperature. So new daily offers available according to our Amadron. I can't use this without pressure, right? Yeah, okay. But anyway, so we're going to keep burning through our fluid here in order to keep this thing creating pressure. But that's okay. Well, we're going to start setting up stuff to be able to get more fluid from this. I need to go ahead and get more buckets of plastic. And these should convert over pretty quickly. Like, yeah, look, and it tripled our plastic. It's going to be significantly faster now, and we're going to get extra outputs. Like that. Bam. We doubled straight from that. Okay, so that's plastic, gets us more plastic. Amadron gets us a block of emerald. And then we need to get a charging station from back home. So this has 4 speed upgrades. Can this take speed upgrades to like do things faster? No? This is a dispenser upgrade. Air cannons, fluid tanks, right-click block to set eject direction. Thermopneumatic processing plants can eject. Interesting. Fluid tanks. Huh. So we get eject like the plastic out, so that it gives this an output, because this doesn't have like an output slot at all. We have to bucket it, but this allows it to output. Kind of cool. Okay, and that's very hot, by the way, 284 degrees Celsius. Let's go ahead and grab this guy and get it out of here so that it doesn't end up converting for whatever reason. We're not stealing the temperature from it anymore, so it shouldn't, but it's always a possibility. So let's save ourselves the hassle. So we're going to go ahead and put this stuff away. Block of emerald, heat sink. Look, that already converted over to packed ice, by the way. Remember, I put down blue ice. It is now packed ice. Let's put stuff away. Gunpowder. I had to kill a couple creepers while we were out and about. You go here. You go there. Omnidirectional hopper. Sure, go away. Omnidirectional hoppers are cool. They're hoppers that can be used from, any side. You can extract from more sides. So if you put this on the right side of a block, you can pull from the right. They're also faster, as you can read. You can orient them whatever you want. They're pretty cool hoppers and everything. Okay, so what we need to work on, we got this. Let's go ahead and make one of these logistics modules just so we get that quest completed. We're going to pull, if I were to take it, put it in my inventory. No? How many does it want? 8 of them? Jeez Louise. Sure, just give me those. Whatever. So that's that. And then, like I said, I'm working on completing quests. We want quests done. So we want reinforced chest. I have that. Bam. There's that quest completed. We're looking for rewards. We like rewards. Provides items and fluids to a logistics network. Provides items and fluids to the logistics network, keeping a stock in the frame. Storage. Passive provider. I honestly don't know what this storage network is from Pneumaticraft. I've never used it before. But it uses pressure to do everything that it needs, so kind of don't necessarily like that idea. We'll grab 4 of those, 4 of those, because it probably wants multiple. There's that. We can grab redstone modules, 2 of those. Do I still have any of those advanced PCBs? No. All right. I guess that's where we'll end. End our quest collection. More speed upgrades. I like speed upgrades. Okay. So all of that gets us automation, a dispenser upgrade, pressure tubes. We got all kinds of stuff. Look at all this free stuff that we got. Okay, cool. So what we came over here for was a charging station so we could use our Amadron tablet. So we're going to go ahead and grab this, and then we need to go back over to our area and set this up with a pipe, of course, and then we can use our Amadron tablet. Now, does this max pressure 20 bar? So we're not going to have to worry about it because we can only maintain 5 bar in our system at the moment. So we don't have to worry about putting a security upgrade in our pressure station because it will, in our current setup, we will never reach 20 bar of power. We can just go ahead and add that there. It's fine, and it'll build up to the whatever it's going to equalize to out of this, and then that's where it's going to cap out. So we can go ahead and put this in here, and it's going to charge our Amadron tablet, and it's going to be very slow, apparently. We can install upgrades into this. A volume upgrade. So we can make it so it can hold more pressure. It's also extremely slow. Let's go ahead and go home, and let's grab some of those nice fancy speed upgrades that we got. Thank you, quest rewards. Yeah. We're going to go up here, and we're going to use these right away. And then we're going to go shopping on Amadron. Man, now it'll transfer power faster. And I don't know how much this is going to hold, but it looks like this will hold 10 bar. But again, it's going to equalize where we're at. Item and charging station pressures have equalized, so that's about the extent of what we got. But from here, we can now order stuff. We need to set up a chest, so add custom player trades. That's cool. We need to bind this to a a trading slot. They're used to order items and fluids similar to villager trading, except trades are delivered via drones, which is way more awesome than villagers. Pick up and drop off locations must be specified by right-clicking in inventory with the tablet. So let's go ahead, go home. We're going to go ahead and get ourselves a chest. We can also do tanks too. We could set up fluids. So let's grab a tank, a basic tank. And then if we ever need to, you know, get a fluid from the Amadron tablet, we have that capability as well. So we're going to go ahead and put these out here. I'm going to put them just right here so we can demonstrate how this thing works. Also, I'm going to need some emeralds because I put all my emeralds away. But we're going to go shopping. I should have quite a few emeralds still. Yeah, like look at all that. 64 emeralds, plus I got 40 chunks, plus I got blocks of emeralds. Thank goodness for villager trading halls and paper being a trade, plus sticks prior to, you know, everything else. So let's go ahead. We need to bind this. We're going to shift right click. You're going to see it's going to be bound, and then we can shift right click there, and our fluids are bound to this guy. And then we can go shopping. So if I wanted to get an assembly program drill, we can buy this for 8. The assembly program drill is good to have. However, it's not the one that I want. What I would want would be this one here, which is the drill and laser. Okay, so I can buy it, or I can combine the two together to make this. So let's go ahead. We're going to scroll through. Oh, and actually, you know what? Amadron's selling this for 14 emeralds. So how do I... Unavailable at this time. Unavailable at this time. Oh, you know what? You have to put your emeralds in the chest. Haha. And now it'll let me do it. So there's PCB blueprints, but we already have those available. We can get crude oil if we want. We can get the this thing, the drill and laser. We can get this just random stuff like from other villagers. We can get lubricant. I know that there was a quest that was requiring lubricant, so we can grab that. We got wooden grips. We have air canisters. We have peripheral casings, an obsidian bee. Lovely. I already have those. Redstone dust, bookshelves, mud bricks, rabbit stew, and chiseled stone bricks. So not terribly too much from Enigmatica available, but getting this stuff is going to be cool. So then we can go ahead and place our order. And we're going to see there's going to be drones from somewhere. There they are. He went and took our emeralds, you know, because you got to get payment first. He's going to fly away, and then the drones are going to come back over here, and then one's going to drop off our lubricant, and then the other's going to drop off our drill and laser assembly. Pretty cool, huh? So what it wants us to get next is PCB blueprints. Luckily, we already have those. I do want to get these buckets, or a bucket of lubricant, because we needed it for a quest. Bam. I thought it said it was going to give us 5 buckets, but I guess not. So there's that. We also need a bucket of diesel, so we can grab that, and that'll get this next quest taken care of. We can leave these guys here for now. That's okay. Let's grab our PCB blueprints and see where we're at next on our quests. Having the villagers sell all this stuff is pretty darn nice. PCB blueprints are used to make the UV light box, but they require abyssaline lamps. Interesting. Abyssaline lamps is obsidian surrounded by this stuff. We can actually make this now. And that's going to get us the abyssaline lamp. And then we're going to use this to make the UV light box, but we need dark glass, which is just glass surrounded by, or coal surrounded by glass. And then lastly, this. I don't have any reinforced stone slabs. We can fix that. Is there like a better recipe for reinforced stone? Or a faster recipe? No, not really. And it doesn't look like it's a villager trade either. Yeah, reinforced stone. So why doesn't it show up in my... oh, I'm sorry. That's because I'm hitting usage. I was like, wait a minute. Why doesn't it show up? Yeah, it's really just fluid encapsulating or dissolution chambering. So it's not really anything too much better recipe-wise, but that's okay. We can go ahead and make our UV light box. This is going to allow us to start getting etched PCBs. That way we can start working on getting circuits. Right? We need circuits. We need an etching tank. We're going to need etching acid. We're going to need UV light box. And eventually our goal is to get this all automated, of course. But that will come down the road, and hopefully soon, but probably not. Knowing this as an expert pack, it's probably not going to happen anytime soon. Then etching acid is going to be made like so. Gunpowder, bucket of molten plastic, rotten flesh, spider eye inside of our pressure chamber. That will get us our etching acid. Or that's literally it. We can get a PCB-B. What is the PCB, by the way? What is the recipe on this guy? Pressure chamber of an iron bee, a lubricant bucket, and a pneumatic helmet. And the pneumatic helmet is made in an assembly machine with unpacked pneumatic helmet assembly package, which is a pneumatic helmet assembly package, which is this stuff here. Compressed iron helmet, cardboard box, air canister. Honestly, this probably could be done once we get the printed circuit board taken care of. And we can just buy these from a mechanic. What's the mechanic use? Villager. I need like the why doesn't this tell me that? I'm gonna have to look up, what does a mechanic want? Because that's not what we have already, right? Is a mechanic in our trading hall? Let me through. That's not the right button. I need you. Oh look, we got advanced PCBs too, by the way. Is that what you are as a mechanic? You are a mechanic. Why don't you sell me advanced PCBs? All right, we're going to have to get another one of these guys then. Yeah, we're going to get another one of these. And I'll replace... I don't know. I guess I'm just going to end up having to expand this thing at some point. Because if I could buy PCBs and circuits, that would be so much better than having to make these. Like 25 emeralds in exchange for this, and it's really not. Emeralds are super easy. I got emeralds for days with trading, so yeah, why not? Actually, let me grab that lubricant because that was for a quest reward. We can go ahead and put the speed upgrades away. You can go away. You can go away. UV light box will keep on us. What is this? This is a volume upgrade. We can store more pressure. And we're going to keep the rest of these things. I know we never got to those thermopneumatic factories, but we'll get there. We will definitely get there. I want to go ahead and pick up this bucket of diesel before we end the episode. That way we can get some more quests. And I guess today was a refining episode, getting our Amadron tablet. And yeah, that kind of episode. Which one of you is diesel? You are diesel. Okay, so that was diesel and lubricant. I can't put these back, so we're going to have to get the other stuff set up. But reward. And then it's all coming down to a fluid mixer to make biodiesel. So we'll see if we end up needing that, because I'm not 100% sure whether we will or not. Add some valid ingredients. Oh yeah, this guy requires coal. So what we're going to do is we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 of these guys with the thermopneumatic processing plant. It's going to sit last in the chain. So let's go ahead and move it. We'll just set this up now before we end the episode. Let's go ahead and set this up. So we're going to have 4. So unfortunately, it's not going to look the greatest, but we're going to do something like this. And then we'll get our heat pipes put into the back of all these. So now that way they're all going to get their heat. So they should all be able to get up to temperature. And then the process of these is going to be just as simple as like this. So we're going to process these into their next fluid, right? So this is going to process into the other stuff. So if you look at the usage of diesel, we put this in a thermopneumatic processing plant, and it will turn into kerosene or lubricant if we give it redstone. Temperature for this does have to be above 300 degrees Celsius, so we're gonna have to heat this bad boy up. 102. We're gonna have to put a heat frame on. We're gonna have to get vortex tubes going. We're gonna have to crank this thing up, our production of all this up. But anyway, so we can convert diesel into kerosene kerosene into gasoline, and then gasoline finally back into LPG. So we can turn all of this into LPG if we needed to. We just need to get pipes to connect this, and it's going to kind of be an ugly mess until we can get XNet up here. But yeah, that's basically it for today's episode. If you enjoyed, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, tips, tricks, all that good stuff. It really does help the channel. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.